kind of like a farm. You got to treat it kind of like a farm
Yeah,
system
yeah.
because of how everybody comes and takes the kids from the schools anyway. That's why there's no Cinderellas anymore.
Mm.
So I have no problem with getting these kids off 1 year. I mean, that's what I'm here to do. I'm not here to hamper no kids games. And if you feel like you want to go for the money, go for it. But here, you're going to get taught. You're going to learn to be held accountable. You're going to learn to go against adversity. You're going to be put in a good situation and learning. A lot of schools don't teach these kids because they feel like
Mm.
I'm going to get 1 year with this kid anywhere. I don't really have to teach him. I'm just going to let him go out there and play and just half-ass the coaching job. I can't half-ass nothing.
What's up? Another episode of Straight Game Podcast. I got my guy Mike Bibby, Ty Ellis, E-House in the building. I'm gonna get straight to it, man. Congratulations to you, number one. You know
Thanks,
what I mean?
Edward.
Okay, Michael.
I appreciate that, baby.
Okay,
it was a long
Michael.
time coming. It was a long time coming.
Getting
man.
the coaching job at Sac State, you say it's a long time coming. Like, how do you really feel about it? And, what's your approach to everything from here on out and how you going to approach it?
It was a long time coming, man. Like I said, Ty's the only one that ever gave me a chance in anything, man. He's brought me on the G League bubble. He brought me to Walnut Creek.
You just made a tear come out that nigga eye. You see this shit?
But I mean, I ain't lying though. Ty's the only one that was like, shit, come on, Mike. I want Mike to come. He's the only person that ever did that. I thank you for that, Ty. I appreciate you. Got me a lot of experience in that category. But I sat there, when they told me we're gonna put it out, I sat there and cried, probably for it was probably like 10 minutes. Just sat in the room by myself and cried. I went out there, cried with my family. I was just like, man, I made it. You know what I mean? And I sat there, and I was at my press conference. And I was sitting at my press conference watching everybody. I was shaking in my boots. I hate doing that shit, talking in front of people. I'm looking at like, damn, this ain't gonna be long. I'm gonna get up there, and try to just get this shit over with. But I sat there, and when I sat there, I realized I always sat there and was talking to myself like, damn, how come this guy get the job and I can't? How come that guy got the job? He never even played before. How come this guy's doing that? I sat there and did that for years. And I sat there and realized when I stood up there in my press conference, like everything's God's timing. Like God hampered me in those situations. It's like, I got something else waiting for you. And when I was up there, I realized, okay, this is what he had. This is what he had waiting for me. And now it means even better. The feeling is even better. Even to go back to Sacramento, a place where I kind of restarted my NBA career, going back there to a city that loves me. And it's been 20 years since I played there. And everybody still the fans show me love. They still act like I played there this past season. And it's just so comfortable in being there. I mean, it's the greatest feeling in the world.
You know what, bro? Like, you've said that before in regards to me giving you a shot or whatever. But to be honest with you, Mike, I was just being obedient to God.
Mm-hmm.
There's certain people who, when you're a head coach, people are always pulling at you, hey, help me out. But I put my players first. Mm-hmm. And like when you asked to come up, I was like, it's perfect. For one, I got a great vibe from you, how you're a family man and you love your family, but you love serving. And not to mention you, Mike Bibby, in regards to your basketball career and just getting the ear of my players. And so it was easy for me to bring you in, like, hey, Mike, you have the point guards.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what you did at an elite level. On top of the fact you were a great teacher, great communicator, and then bringing you to Walnut Creek and for the G League Ignite games and the G League bubble, like, it was dope for me because, for one, I admired your game on the court, as well as you, Eddie. You know, I didn't know you, but I knew your numbers, and I know how hard it is to put them numbers up in college. And now, even just to be right here with you too is super dope. You know, but talking with you in detail about how you want that opportunity, you know, and how patient you were, I was just as happy as you were to see the flyer that Sac State put out with new head coach Mike Bibby, and to hear the comments from Peja and C Webb and all the support that you're getting right now. Now, with that being said, going back to Sac, what do you think the biggest challenge going to Sac State? You're from a Power Five, Eddie's from a Power Five, and nowadays the money matters, right? The money or the vision or what have you. But what are some of the biggest challenges that you faced thus far, and even you think you will face moving forward?
I thought it was going into getting kids. You know what I mean? I thought
Yeah.
that would be the biggest challenge. But I mean, that's like probably the easiest thing that we got going. But I've had, I mean, like I told you, 15 minutes after I got the job, I had 200 messages.
Wow.
And they were all of, this kid, look at this kid. This kid wants to play for you. This kid wants to come there. Or this kid don't even want no money. This kid just wants a chance. This kid wants to just learn under you. So we're getting a lot of those. And at a mid-level, at a mid-major like that, that's good. That's good work because you're going to get kids that are going to come in. They're going to play hard. I mean, and it's not, we're getting good kids. It isn't like we're getting lower-level kids that are, you know, like from smaller schools that want to just try to come up. We're getting kids that were at Power 4 or 5 schools that want to come down, that didn't get the chance to play up there and just want to show people. It's kind of like a farm. You got to treat it kind of like a farm system.
Yeah.
Because of how everybody comes and takes the kids from the schools anyway. That's why there's no Cinderellas anymore. So I have no problem with getting these kids off 1 year. I mean, that's what I'm here to do. I'm not here to hamper no kids' games. And, you know, if you feel like you want to go for the money, go for it. But here, you're going to get taught. You're going to learn to be held accountable. You're going to learn to go against adversity. You're going to be put in a good situation and learning. A lot of schools don't teach these kids because they feel like, I'm going to get 1 year with this kid anywhere. I don't really have to teach him. I'm just going to let him go out there and play and just half-ass the coaching job. I can't half-ass nothing. And I told them that at the press conference, too. They all started laughing like, I don't half-ass shit. I don't.
Right.
And when I'm out there, I'm going to put a lot into it. I'm very passionate about it. And every kid I coach, I treat like they're my own son. And I won't let anything go against them.
You know what the good thing about it, we were talking about God's timing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And God's timing is always on time, right? Mm-hmm. It's not in our time, it's on time, though. It's always on time.
Yep.
It's not our time, it's on time. Mike, you got this job, right? On time. Mm-hmm. When you were ready for it. When he felt like it was time for you to have that job. Ty, you with this job.
Yeah.
It's the same exact way.
Yeah.
You got this job in God's time when he felt like you was ready for this job. Me, myself, when you were saying that, that's the reason why I'm saying this right now, because when you said that, it made me reflect back on what I'm doing. I was working with the Pac-12 and I wasn't getting enough games. You know, I was going from 4 to 6 to 8 and all that old shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I'm not getting enough. It wasn't my time. And then all of a sudden, NBC Boston called me. And now it was on time. You know what I'm saying?
Now you're doing every game.
Right on time. And so, you know, it's just the way that God worked, man. And everybody, like what we talking about right now, man, that's what we do have to do is praise God for that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? To always have, if you really believe, you know what I'm saying? And that's the one thing I'm never going to waver on is my belief and my faith. And so I do want to say that, you know what I mean, it was your time, it's your time, and it's my time because God made it our time.
But you always fight it. You know what I mean? You're always fighting it like, damn, what? I mean, I said that, Ty, you heard me a lot. Like, damn, they gave it to him. You know,
You got to
I
keep
said
praying. You just keep praying.
Yeah, and you know what it is? You had to put a lot of stuff behind you. You had to grow up. You know, you had to throw some. I kind of had to transition the old mic, put the old mic behind,
Yeah.
transition in a new mic, and that's when good things started happening. Things started going up.
Right.
I started getting appearances. I started doing this. We started getting the stuff at the casino. You know what I mean? We started doing a whole bunch of everything turned for me, and I was like, okay, I'm ready for this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, I mean, like you said, it was his time.
Never wavering on your faith. That's the
Yep.
bottom line. Stand
Yep.
on that.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest problem nowadays. And I ain't gonna say kids. I think with everybody, we're so impatient. Like we want it right now. Right. And so with that being said, Eddie, you have two highly ranked high school kids that are in high school right now that are doing great and gonna move on to do phenomenal things. How do you preach that message to them?
That's tough. That's a tough one because my oldest listens to me more than those two, and I'll keep it real.
That's how life goes though. The oldest is the most
Yeah.
obedient because they got walloped. You know,
You
the
know what I
oldest
mean?
ones got spanked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Jay listened to me. The twins, I have to kind of like. Well, Caden is more of a. He's more like your sister, so he's more combative than how Caleb. He's laughing because he know what I'm talking.
He looked exactly like her too.
And
They look the
so,
same.
so the thing is just I just got to stay strong on them in my message. And at this point, they're 18 years old, so they have an NIL deal. You know what I'm saying? So they get money. They got their own car. They could do what they want to do. I just got to stay strong with my message. And my message has to be the same. And sometimes, the move I do is if they're not hearing my message, and I'll spin it to somebody else and say, hey, say that to them.
Yeah.
And to somebody else, say that to them. So they hear my message through somebody else, and then they'll be like, okay, they might be more receptive to it at that particular time. But man, I was that same age, and I know how it is. You feel like you're on your own, you doing what you're doing, you really don't need nobody. So I don't know, it's a little different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What about this
For
though?
me.
What about this,
let
Mike?
me ask one real quick,
Okay.
guy. So
Yeah.
both of you guys on this situation, why do NBA players' kids get such a hard time coming in? They're looked at, they get more pressure. They don't get those same looks that these other guys, again, that don't have parents that play. Because I mean, I'm getting a lot of players with that were in the NBA that want to give me their son. And I'd like, shit, I'm looking at all of them, like seeing what guys I could take. You see, I got Shaq's son playing. I got Deion Glover's son on the team. You know, I talked to a few other people as well. And it's just like, how could you not take a guy that has NBA blood in him? Like, yeah, Eddie, like your son, your kids, my son, my uncle was an MLB pitcher. My dad played in the NBA. I played in the NBA. You played in the NBA. So you got ties with both your family got ties to basketball. You know what I mean? I would say my mom don't have that side of basketball, but how could you not take a kid and it's in their blood? Like, what do you guys think about that?
I don't know. That's crazy. Because not only so Mike, I always told you, I was a baseball player before I was a hooper. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know that. I don't know if you know that, Ty. I played baseball all the way to my sophomore year of high school. I was,
Ricky Henderson, you said.
Exactly. See, he know. I was. I was feeling like I was going to be the next Ricky Henderson. But just to go back in my family history, Langston College in Oklahoma, my uncle, he played basketball. My grandfather played in the Negro Leagues. You know what I'm saying? So, You know, I mean, we have got history on our side, as well as when we combine the blood that we got to where we really rocking. Like we athletes. That's just what it is. We hoop. We could play back. We could do whatever if we really put our minds to it. But uh, I don't know the answer to that. I think it is more so you get scrutinized more for that because of whatever somebody did before you. They're looking for you to do that. You know what I'm saying? Not to say, hey, we're going to bring you to that and above. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole time, I never told my kids, I ever was like, you ain't never going to be. I never told Jalen, I never told Caden, never told Kalik that you're going to be, that you'll never be better than me. My whole shit was, you going to be better than me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
kids
I
to be
want
better.
you to be better than me. You know what I mean?
So, my 2 cents is I think the lack of patience. We're living in a microwave type of industry right now. They
Yeah.
want it right now. So when the standards don't meet the reality, we jump ship. Whether it's the players and or the coaches, and so the coaches can see Mike Bibby, and these coaches were fans of Mike Bibby, so they think Michael has the same natural attributes, and Michael does to a certain extent. But you were gifted, Eddie. You are a gifted shooter, a gifted scorer, and sometimes your kids can be the best version of themselves. And when that doesn't meet the reality of the coaches, now they just move on. So we talk about the kids jumping from school to school, but these coaches are jumping from player to player. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
the question that I have for both of y'all is, Mike, how you deal with the portal and choosing kids out the portal that you didn't recruit, but you're making a quick decision based on numbers. And Eddie, how are your kids dealing with the portal because they're young? I mean, they're in high school, and most coaches don't want high school kids. They would rather have older kids who have been kind of through the whole gambit of college basketball. Mike, why don't you go first?
Like we're the portal. Like I said, we're doing good in the portal right now. We're getting a lot of guys that were in high majors that are coming down, and we're getting guys that were in mid majors that scoring a lot of points. Like Ty, when I said we got like 200 guys that are like we can look at, and like I mean, it's like you're a GM. You know,
But how do you
look,
get them though, Mike? Like,
you just gotta tell them like, hey, oh, we want this. I don't have that for you. So if you want that and that's what you're looking for, this ain't the right place for you.
but are they calling you or your staff calling them? Like, how does that connection start?
I mean, there's people that run those situations. You know, there's guys that send you 30 people. There's another guy. Hey, I got a guy that got some players. You know, I mean, there's like 50 of them. 50 of the guys that got players. So they got 10 to 15 players. Boom, 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 and then they throw money out there. Like, if you got to tell them, I don't think he's worth that. And then now, okay, then we'll go somewhere else and get it. If not, they'll move their money down. I'm like, you're seriously, it's like that to where I'm not gonna give him 150. I might give him 75. Okay, like that's how quick it changes because you got these agents trying to up the price on everybody. And I mean, one guy was like, oh, he's 150 today. Okay, let me talk. Let me see if I'll do that. 2 days come. Oh, he's 350 today. Oh, you can keep that. The next day, oh, he's 200 again today. What's going on, man? Like, what? Like, what are you trying to fit? You trying to serve? What are you doing?
Right.
Like, I mean, I look at it like if I can't see, if you don't have any, like, we're a mid-major, so our money is going to go to our superstars that we're bringing in superstars, and you know we'll sprinkle out the rest of the money here and there, but you got to see, you got to go through the film, you got to sit. There's been for these 3 or 4 weeks, it's been nonstop for me. I've been on the phone talking to parents. I've been talking to coaches. I've been talking to the kids. I've been calling people every day. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So, I mean, it's a nonstop thing, man. But, I mean, like, I have no problem with high school kid. I have no problem with no problem with D2, JUCO, or portal. If I like what I see on film, I like what I see. You know, whether it's, you could tell if a kid can play or not.
Doesn't matter.
What I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. What you think, Eddie?
I think that he looked just like Henry, his daddy, right? Looking just like Henry right there. That's why I started laughing because he was talking.
So Eddie, how are you and your twins, or what are your thoughts on the portal? And have some teams told y'all that now we're looking for portal guys, or like?
Let me tell you this.
How's
This
this
how I
journey
get
been?
it. This how I get at people, like for real, because I went through the whole recruiting trip with Jalen and shit, right? I just get at people like a real man at the end of the day. And I say this, like, don't be playing with my kid. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's what I say. Don't play with my kid. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But
my
that's the way
kids
this
are
game
this.
is. This game is like that. I mean, so
I know the game is like this. These motherfuckers be lying, but I tell you what. Yeah, we see each other in traffic, nigga. Okay,
I owe somebody too. So if you ever see me get hammed up, you see me them taking me away like this, you know I went in and whooped somebody's
exactly.
ass.
That's what I'm trying to.
My bad, Ty.
That's what I'm. Mike, you can't do that because you coaching.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you. Right now, I ain't coaching. I ain't doing none of that shit. And shit, everybody know how I get down. And so my whole shit is this. I tell everybody, don't play with my kids. You know what I'm saying? Don't play with my fucking kids. Don't come in here and lying to me and doing all this shit. Let's keep it all the way solid. We trying to do this shit like this. If you start doing all that other shit, then okay, now at the end of the day, you looking at me in my face as a man and playing with my kids, we got some other shit we got to handle. And when we handle it, like Mike, like he just said, if I'm over here like this, yeah. Or if dude over there on the, you know what I mean? Whatever it is. That's
they look at it like they'll never see you again.
But they gonna see. This world is small.
Yeah.
This basketball world is so small.
Like, why do y'all get so frustrated if you know that's part of the game?
Just be real.
But everybody not real though.
But I know,
that's
the point.
issue.
But listen, we had a situation.
So Ty, let's do this, Mike. Let's do this one. Let's do an exercise. Let's do a brain exercise.
Right.
Okay. We're gonna do a brain exercise. Ty, your son is how old?
14.
He's 14. He's 16, 17, 18, about to go to college.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers come sit in your house, lie to you, say this, that, and the third. And you like, okay, your son believe in them. And you like, okay, cool, son, you believe in them? Okay, they gave a good. And then you let them go over there. And then they do the total opposite. You tell them you ain't gonna have no motherfucking issue?
I would have a big issue.
That's all I'm trying to say. That's all we saying.
All right, yeah. And my son is leaving. But I'm not going, I ain't going to take it there because
somebody need to get their ass whooped.
I'm pressing that motherfucker.
I'm not pressing him.
But
I just leave.
But look, a situation I had, I talked to his parents and his kid for 2 weeks straight.
Right.
Oh yeah, we're coming. We're there. I'm coming. I'm talking about 2 weeks straight. I get off the plane. Oh, he's going to this other school. So now those calls I'm making to you, ain't nobody picking up. Now, oh yeah, he signed here. Damn. Like, keep it real with me. Like, just let me know so I can go find somebody else. I wish the best. I wish the best of success for your son.
Yep.
But just let me know. Don't let me put in all this work and you already got your mind made up.
But Mike and Eddie, both of y'all are right. But because we're real, we can't expect that realness that we have with other people. Because the game isn't like that.
That's why I gotta put pressure. That's why I gotta put pressure when it's like that, though. Because at the end of the day, don't play with me. It's 3 things I don't play with, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. 3 things I don't play with. My time. I'll put it in order. My family, my time, and my money. Okay? Because time is money and money is time. So those 2 things could be interchangeable. But don't play with my fucking family. Don't play with me and don't play me out like I'm a fucking sucker out here, because that's what I'm not out here.
Recruiting, Mike, you're going through this recruiting process. It is so is you. Both you guys played at Power 5 schools. Mike, you allegedly didn't get no money. I'm not really sure about that.
Like a motherfucker.
Eddie, you have
I
put
got
it
some
out there
dollars. I
that
got
you
some
got a
paper.
little
I know I
something,
got some paper, and I know that nigga got some paper
all right,
too.
all right.
I ain't get a dime.
Yeah, that's a
Mike is
goddamn
sticking
lie.
to his story. That say that dude got a poker face for you, don't he?
I ain't get
But
a dime.
anyway,
I would have took it. I guarantee you I would have took it.
You got your
so
money,
how
man.
is this
Stop
recruiting
it.
process? Is it when you talk to the kids? Is it all about money?
I try not to talk about money at all.
me?
You know, I try not to talk about it at all to where it's like, you know, if that's the first thing the kid asks about, I don't want it. You know what I mean?
It's both. For me, Mike, like right now, the way that the landscape of college basketball right now, for me and my kids, it's both. It's opportunity and money. Like, okay, you could take a little short change to have a better opportunity, or you could take you. I mean, you ain't gonna get big change.
No,
It's short.
I get where you coming from, Eddie, but when you get on the phone, the first thing he says, well, I'm getting this from someone, that's the first thing you say. I don't want it.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I could dig that
Like we
too.
get down the line, yeah, coach, I want to play, you know, I think I play hard, and it comes down now, we meet each other now. You know, I mean, I don't need all the money, but I tell you, I need some. I can live with that. Okay, 50,000 here, 25,000, 30,000. I can break y'all something just to live, you know, live a little bit. But when you come in and start, well, this school is giving me this much. How much you gonna give me? Go
Yeah,
get
you know,
go get what that school
Yeah,
is giving me.
that sound janky like that right there. But
yeah.
you know, at the end of the day, that's all gonna pan out for what it is. You know, my kids right now is I got a 5-star and a 4-star kid, right? So these kids, and one is trying to move up to the 5-star, and I think he will be able to do that. You know what I mean? This summer, especially on the trail he's on, the way he's played, especially what he played in this high school level. So me myself is that. Because I don't want nothing from, you know what I mean? They need to, they get their shit, you know what I mean? And they work it out and they play their game and they do what they do. That's just what it is right now. The game is different. It's not like how it was when we came up. You know what I'm saying? When we came up, we was doing it for just strictly, we trying to get a scholarship. You know what I'm saying? We just, or we
The
trying to get a
league, too.
scholarship and go to the league. That ain't the game now. The game has changed. So, you know, the NIL shit is a total different lane. So I had to pivot with that.
So
And
is
be like,
it all about money, Eddie?
hell no.
For
It's
your
about,
kids?
hell no. It's about, no. For me, no. It's about opportunity
Okay.
and getting some money because the money's out there. So we ain't
Opportunity
gonna,
as in like what?
Hold on, guys.
opportunity on being on the stage.
Okay. Being on
You know
the
what I'm
biggest stage in
Being on
regards
the
to
stage
pursuing
because
a championship.
you could take, you might not win a championship. It's hard to win a championship in college basketball. We all know that
Okay.
shit is fucking crazy. It's all about being on the stage, being on the biggest stage. And if you can make some money, why are you being on the biggest stage?
Look at this thing I took a picture
You know what
of,
I mean?
right? It says Jacoby Gillespie apparently just got $3 million from Tennessee, right? Colin Gillespie starts for the Suns and makes $560,000 a year. Tennessee plays 32 games, Suns play 82.
Wow.
That's all I'm trying to say.
$3 million.
So at the end, and we just was talking. I was just watching a thing. The kid from Tennessee. I don't know what his name is.
The football player, right?
Yeah, the football player. He was supposed to make $2 million. He wanted to make, I think, $5 million. I don't know the exact number. He wanted to make more money. He set out basically like like how you do in football when they sit out. You
Sit
know,
out
what I'm
training
saying?
camp, right?
Yeah, exactly. He's doing the same thing. So I'm not saying that the money is the end all be all. I'm not saying that. I'm saying opportunity and the money. But if you got opportunity, ain't nobody paying nobody that ain't playing. You know what I'm saying?
People,
Like,
there was a
You
kid
ain't
on.
gonna give nobody no cheese that ain't playing. That's
Yeah,
gonna be a
that
bench
shit.
player.
Them motherfuckers, somebody I just seen, they gave him $800,000, some school, and he didn't play a significant minute.
Wow.
Not 1 minute.
Well, he was connected the right way, and kudos to whoever it was that bartered that deal.
But these schools are dealing with 12, 13, 15 million dollars. $500,000, $800 don't mean shit to them, because as soon as we get rid of that kid that didn't play, we're gonna find somebody else that will take that same amount of money, regardless
but
if play or not.
the thing is that what I've learned, because the only reason why I know what I know right now, and because I didn't know it before, was dealing with my older son. You know what I'm saying? And my older son, he got his NIL in his last couple years, right, of playing. And I see how the collective works. I see what's going on, and I see, oh shit, this is how they actually moving right now. So it's really like they got a pot of money, whatever it is, say it's 12 million, 10 million, whatever that school could collect, and they're going to disperse it to who they want to disperse it to. And it's up to either you as the parent or you as a parent to hope that an agent is able to negotiate that deal, to maximize that particular, the best deal for your kid. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's not about the money. The money is part of it, though. You know what I'm saying? We can't act like it's not.
Yeah.
What it's really about is about the opportunity, the stage, and the money. Because if you go somewhere and get 400,000, right, and be on a big stage, or go somewhere and get 600,000, that 200,000 is short-sighted at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Because you're on a big stage, and you're gonna end up going somewhere else to where you accomplishing your goals, basically.
Yeah, I
So
think
that's how I look at it.
Yeah, I wish basketball was like football. It's always fun to see during the draft these players from these mid-majors, like a wide receiver, or these players that didn't even make the playoff tournament. Like football has so many guys. You can go to a mid-major or a lower big school and still make it to the league. And so I think that why Mike is getting so many people, because Mike has been there. Mike has done what these other players want to do. It's not in a great conference, so he has a great chance of winning the conference. He has a great chance of making it to the tournament. Not to mention all the people that he knows. I think it's a win-win for somebody coming from a Power 5 to go to Sac State, or a high school kid like to be coached by Mike Bibby and get the burn now. I don't know. I'm not in his pocket in regards to NIL money, but I'm sure Sac State is like, they understand the business of basketball, right? And so I think Mike is going to have a phenomenal year this year, especially it being the first year and the love he's already receiving from Sac. I'm looking forward to it. So, Mike, what can the Sac fans expect, and what's your goal for this first year?
I'm going to win the conference.
Okay.
I'm going in with high expectations.
Okay.
It's going to be a tough seat to get. I think we're working on big things. President Luke Wood and the athletic director Mark Orr are really buying in. They're really buying into. You see, they did it with football with Coach Marion that they just hired. They just had an event out there. I think it was like spring football game or something. They said it was like 7,000 people out there watching the spring football game. That's changed from over there. I just think that they're really buying in, and they're, what I asked for, they're trying to get me. Whatever I asked, and so you can see that they want to win. They want the culture to change. I think I could change that culture of losing basketball into winning basketball.
You guys have a new gym, right?
Yeah, they just put one in. It seats 3,500, but we're working on big things. I mean, I can't really say it yet, but we're working on big things to try to turn this thing around right now. But not for later. We're not looking 2 or 3 years down the line. We're looking to do it right now.
Already, man. So for me, the amount of seats isn't as important as opposed to that home court feeling.
Yeah.
I heard, correct me if I'm wrong, which I know I'm going to be wrong, but Cameron Stadium isn't big at all at Duke, right?
I never played there. You played there, Eddie?
I never played there.
I never played there either.
I want to say
it looks small.
like 5, maybe 7. I don't even think it's more than 5,000 to 7,000, bro. But
what?
I'm about to look
that
it
thing
up.
be rocking though. It's really not that big, man.
Yeah.
But so Eddie.
Yeah.
When do you think your 5 and 4 star twins will commit?
Shit, I'm hoping it to
What's that?
9,000.
9,314.
Okay.
I'm hoping they wait because my oldest son committed when he was a junior. And when he committed, I was telling him that he should have waited because he had another summer to maybe get some more offers.
Yeah.
And so they'll commit probably, I will say when they feel like it, man. You know, to be honest with you, man, they're like I said, they're 18 years old. I just give advice at this point. And, you know, I ain't holding their hands on shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they old enough, you know what I'm saying? They got their money. They doing what they doing. And, you know, they moving around how they moving. And I'm not holding their hands. I'm going to give them advice and they going to make their move how they want to make their move. I can't tell them nothing. So that's just how I get down as a father. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not finna say, hey, you need to do this and you need to do that. I'll be like, hey, man, this ain't a good move. This ain't a cool move. You know what I mean? You want to make that move, you go bump your motherfucking head. Don't come back around to me talking about, damn, I should have listened to you. Because I don't want to hear that shit. All I want, you know what I mean? Let's figure out how we could fix it after this point. You know what I'm saying?
I'm assuming a bunch of schools recruiting them. Is that fair to say?
Man, they got shit. They high majors, man. They got Kansas, TCU, Michigan, Creighton, ASU. They got everybody. Sac State.
Yeah.
Yes.
You sure do.
Already.
You sure do.
You know what I mean? But like
already.
They they're high major players. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, good.
Like,
congratulations, bro. I know
thank you.
You guys have collectively put that work in with your oldest and your twins, man. That's dope. I pray that my son gets a chance to experience it. My son is 6'2", about 180, and he's in the 8th grade. And man, I'm hopeful.
That's a good size.
That, I'm hopeful he's able to experience the things that all of y'all sons have done, man. I'm super excited. Anything else, man? It is that time, bro. Your boy Ty been at work all day. They working hard, man.
You been yawning your ass off.
I've been, man. We all been over here, you know, ready to get off this motherfucker at the end of the day.
It ain't stopped, man.
Say, man, we need some behind the scenes footage, man, of Mike, aka Red, go off on this one situation that we're not gonna post. But I'm gonna tell y'all right now, man, Mike showed the side of him.
Look at me.
Man,
look how calm I look.
Make that man mad.
Look at his face right now. He ain't red no more. He
look
was.
I know, it's crazy.
Look how calm I look.
Pissed. Hey. Nigga, you was pissed when you was talking about that shit.
I got one person in my life that's owed ass whipping, and that's him.
No. See. All right, man. Man, it's been real. Straight game. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Thank y'all for the support. See y'all next time. One.
I'm Mike Bibby.
I'm Ty Ellis.
I'm Eddie House, host of the Straight Game Podcast.
Each week, we're bringing you real, raw conversations
About sports, life, and family.
Tap into Straight Game wherever you get your podcast. You can also watch all episodes on YouTube.